Hello, 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 everybody. We have Mr. The Fisherman is back. Mm, yeah, the big one got away. We got Mr. Collins is here today. Hello, everybody, and thanks for coming. It is the 23rd of March. Whatever you do, watch that video of last night. Oh, Ron, oh, Minnow, and friends. I think I said that right. I'm so over saying that. But anyway, it's a very good video that I took out just what Ash said. Um, he explained a lot of stuff of what's going on, just exactly what we've been saying. We've had people contact us, all three of us. I guarantee it. Uh, why don't we just not do extensions and why don't we just go on? Well, because they're not ready to go on. And he said something very important that we've all been saying also. To get to the standard of what we see O Connect now, it's not a light switch. You can't just go click and here it is. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of beta testing. It takes, you go through it and then you have people test it and then you go through it, you have people test it. Then you have a lot of people test it. They get the feedback. They don't like it. It's not good enough. Let's make it better. And thank God they did it, because right now O Connect is a mountain better than any other of the top five big boys out there. No doubt about it. And now they're working on the background, the backdrops, okay? And that's a big job. That's why I wanted Collins here today too, is to explain. Listen, if you have your video going, which is focused on you, the camera's on you, to put a picture behind that and have focus of that and you, it's not as easy as it sounds. Look, I'm not a guy that knows how that works, but I am smart enough to know that it can't be easy, because you want everything to stay in focus. For me, I've got this freaking throne chair here, right? It's huge. And then I've got a wall behind it. So I've got me, the chair, and the wall, and they got to try to focus on three different dimensions. I've noticed that a lot of the backgrounds that look really, really good, their background wall is maybe 10 or 15 feet away. So nothing seemed to be better than something like what I have. Like I said, they're working on it. He said they have many options to do. But when you do them, even if you have them lined up, you do it, you test it, you tweak it, you do it, you test it, you tweak it. That doesn't happen in one click. Now, I'm going to go back to this. When he puts we're going to give an extension. Extension does not mean, never did mean, let's do an extension so we don't have to get moving, so we don't have to pay or we don't have to receive money. That absolutely doesn't make sense. They want to pay and they want to make money, both. Okay? They want to pay more than anything. But here's the thing, I'm going to say it again. What good is it to pay everybody whatever money's due, whether it's bonuses or you're making commissions? You're not going to do this once. Even if they pay the 37 million, what do you do when it's double that or triple that or quadruple that? Let's realize we're going up, up and away, not up, up and fall down to the ground. We don't want that. We want to be ready to go and go and go and just fly like eagles, right? The only way for that to happen is bring the standard of, and remember, the reason this is awkward is because Ash cannot go to the library, virtual or physical library, and say, when you get this far in a company like Onpassive, what do you do next? Because nobody's ever done this. He broke it down very, very simple, but very powerful. Onpassive is love, taking care of people, making sure that you can bring a lot of people with you, not just the company makes 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, a billion, 5 billion, 20 billion. Uh, he's not into that. Now, would he want the company to make $1 trillion? Yeah, if he could give away a lot of it, and that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, what we have right now, just with O Connect, is a multi-billion-dollar company by itself. Because if you go look at each one, 3 million here, 4 billion, I mean, 3 billion here, 4 billion here, 5 billion here, is a lot. And are we going to get a chunk of that? Of course. And people say, well, how do you know? We're not going to be beat in price. We're not going to be beat in technology. We're not going to be beat in getting better every month. It's going to be like an amusement park. Listen, even us grown-ass adults love to open presents on Christmas, okay? So if you could go in every day in the OES, which is a SaaS built company, and see improvements either daily, weekly, monthly, whatever, and they're there. They're just there. You go in and say, oh, what's this? And by the way, people say, I'm not sure how to do this. I don't know how to do this. Go to webinars. People will let you share together that do know. I do want to tell you something, though. If you go into OES and you click up on your name, there'll be a drop down. You can get a PDF of OConnect right now. And let me tell you, I don't know if it's 100 and some pages. It's got very clear details of everything that you can do in OConnect. Now, do you want to go ask somebody, or do you want to? I've had people say, well, it's not very user friendly. Well, I want you to run this by yourself. If for 9.9 out of 10 people say it is, there might be another issue. I'm just saying. But take the time. If you get frustrated, you're never going to learn anything. You just let it go. It's not a big deal. Once you find out where everything is, it's beautiful. I got a new app one time where I make videos. Same company, but they redid everything. When I first did an automatic, I hate this because this is normally here and this is normal. But now that I've done it for a month or so, I love it. I realize now what they did. They moved things together. So when I click this, anything to do with that part of it, everything's there. That's what Onpassive is doing. And it's going to get better and better and better and better. And by the way, most companies, when they have a pause of some type where they're working on a bottleneck, whether it's payment processor, whatever, they have a strategic plan for everything. We're going to do this with OConnect. We're going to do this with OTracker. We're going to do this with OCreate. We're going to do this with whatever, all the O's, right? They have a system they want to do strategically on how they let it out. Why? Prying eyes are watching. No doubt about it. Everybody's watching. The other when it was a week ago on 360, that day, that night at 12:01, the new OConnect came out. Was there bells and whistles and sirens going off? No. It's there. He said to everybody, keep your eyes peeled. There'll be something happening. You be ready for it. The best way to do it. I loved it. We got in 360. Chris threw the gum in his mouth. He looked like a father in a waiting room, man. And waiting for that baby to come out, right? And I know what he was worried about. I don't want to see an ugly baby. You know, nobody admits their kid's ugly, right? They don't. But you see them, they look like little aliens. You're like, oh, damn, man, what happened? Now, thank God they straighten out and come back. But we all turn into aliens when we get older again. Kind of sucks. God's got a sense of humor, I guess. But anyway, the point is, it came out, it was beautiful, and everybody loved it. So, but anyway, but a pause, while they're paused, they're not bringing money in. I want you to take any company, the one you work for, the one you did work for, Chris at Ford. Okay, we're going to do a pause. We want to put in automation, something to put doors on the cars. We're going to have to stop the line for a minute. They still have to pay the employees, probably lay people off more than anything, but money's still coming out of the company's hands for the building, for insurance, they're paying. Onpassive did something even more than that. They stopped the line and said, okay, while we stop the line to get this one issue resolved, we're going to give you OConnect. Are you kidding me? Every time we go on OConnect, thousands of us right now, somebody's on OConnect. Right now, hundreds of people are on OConnect. Every minute of every day, hundreds of thousands of people are on. The company has to pay for that. Because at this point, us paying one time last September 1st, Are we really paying anything right now? No, it's free. And they're giving us this while they work on stuff. They're not giving us this and they're all sitting back having a party. Hey, let's give them Connect for another 10 days and we're going to go to the beach. We're going to go fishing. I saw Chris fishing. I got to do it. That's not what's happening. They're working on everything right now, everything. And in the meantime, they're giving us something just because they love us. No doubt about it. Would a normal company do that? No. So when you hear people say it, answer them. Oh, well, go see Marty, go see Chris, go see Colin. No, you tell them. The reason is because they love us. They want to give us something while we're waiting. But trust me, when these things fall into place, you're going to see, you're going to be in a whirlwind of fun. You're going to look like the Joker. You're going to have a permanent smile on your face and look like a complete crazy person. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're all part of that. Beta testing. We reported back everything we saw, everything people told us. And they worked on it. And they're working on it. Then after all this, what do we hear? As said, spring or summertime, we're going to come out with a new, go figure this, a new virtual video conferencing platform. Not even, it's going to be called something different. And he said that one is going to put us on another planet. I can't imagine it. What's it going to do? You sneeze and it wipes your nose and says, God bless you. I mean, what else could it do? If we're already blown away. I mean, that's where this company's going. When you see Ass, besides getting beat up, knocked down, kicked, and all that, he's constantly hiring people. And all of us know he's hiring the brains, the people that what they do for fun is not pitching. It's not playing basketball. It's not. It's thinking and making stuff. That's their fun. We've all met them, and they're in Onpassive, so that's a big deal. But we're going to be great. Yes, we all wish everything could be quicker. I just want everybody to know nobody wants it moving quicker than Mr. Mufareh. He's the one paying the bills. He did say, if you guys want to start sending me money, I'll take it. But come on, let's all we got to do is wait. I know it sucks. I know people don't like it, but while you're waiting, because I know what's going to happen, he's going to pay people. You're going to get your bonuses. Now you're going to see. Here's what you're going to see. This is my opinion. Now it's Marty talking. The money's going to be set free. It's going to go to people that have it coming. Bonuses, commissions, everything. $37 million. That money's going to go into your wallet. What does that mean? I believe at the same time, you're going to see a payment processor come up and you can buy Connect 2.0, the next. Okay. And I believe somewhere between 30 and 40% of the first time buyers have not bought yet. Right? That money will be there. Now, everybody's going to start buying what didn't buy, and then people are going to start purchasing the next month to get this ball rolling. And guess what? It's not coming out of your pocket. It's coming out of your wallet from commissions, exactly like it was planned. So now what do you have? Next month, you got double, maybe triple. Who knows? But it's only going to get fun, fun, fun till my daddy takes my T-bird away. I don't know. I couldn't think of something else to say. Anyway, but remember, this is what's going to happen. And tonight at midnight, me, a bad person. All right.
Unlisted video. Get him.
What's his name?
Unlisted video.
Oh, a coward.
A coward. A sheet
Unlisted
behind the sheet.
video.
He's just, he wants to be so famous like we are. He's got to hide. I know Collins, man, his real name is Collins, and I'm Chris. That's Marty. Never heard of a guy. Man, your mother and father must have been really messed up to call you unlisted video.
Dumbass. Anyway, that's pretty much what I have. But don't forget, tonight at midnight, we're going to Papua New Guinea. Show your support. I want to see how well they get logged in, and can we chat with them and talk with them? Is it better? I want to report back to the company how well it went. I did invite Ash Mufareh. I don't know if he's coming. He's very busy. He actually said he had another meeting. He's got a meeting every time. But anyway, let me turn it over to who? Collins?
Collins. Give it to
Okay.
Collins.
Sorry for chatting so much, but the guys told me do something or we're going to kick you out. So I did. All right. Go ahead, Collins.
Thank you, Marty and Chris, for inviting me. It's a pleasure being with you guys. Yeah, so we're just talking about O Connect, the latest version. And I think you point out a lot of things about we using it while we are waiting. Yeah, we know technology is not easy to put a platform like this. It takes decades. It takes a lot of effort and time. It takes cycle of development and testing. We're looking about the virtual background, and you touch about virtual background. Ash Mufareh told us about the virtual background and the video background. It's really difficult to do that. We are now in beta testing. What we've seen in the back office is beta testing. But just think about when the real one will come out, what will happen? Because they are just testing the building. And like Marty said, there is no point open or add payment processor, trigger it, and everything collapse. What will happen? What good will it be? It's just nothing. Just nothing. It's just worthless. So I think we just need to give all the time, be patient until when they get everything sorted, But we're just grateful because when you look at O Connect, though Mr. Ashford said, oh, it's the second. Yesterday, that's what he said. He said second in the market. And I asked a question yesterday. I said, are you saying O Connect is the second within the Onpassive ecosystem or the application we have, or is second in place? Globally, when we talk about global video and audio conferencing platform, I said in the market. And that really blew my mind because he said another thing or product of video conference will come out, which will be number one. And I'm just asking myself, we are looking at O Connect now. We know it's the best of the best. So I don't really get it. I don't know how the other one will look like. Is this something that will take us to space? We don't know, but it's technology. There's always innovation and people always strive to get things better in the market. You can't just say, all right, this is the best, and I'll stop there. It will never work because remember, we live in a competitive world where companies want to put something out there, and this is it. We're talking about Onpassive with AI. We're talking about AI with HUD. Everything within this video conference is about AI. Look at the clarity of the image, clarity of sound quality and clarity of image, videos. It's really, really massive. And like Marty you talk about number of people using it. We're using it for free. That's true because it's costing the company a lot of money. You're talking about storage facilities, you're talking about data stuff, and you're paying employees. And we are all using it for free. It is huge. The time when Ms. Ashford came out with, O Connect, when we look at O Connect, I always go by concurrency and stability, the part that we don't really care about. But we're talking about stability of a platform. So if we can imagine, we're talking about, all right, let's say 1 million meetings a day. So we have 1 million meetings running simultaneously. And each of that meeting can hold 10,000 participants. If the platform is not strong, what will happen? Everything will shut down. But Onpassive have taken us to another height, which I'm so grateful. And I'm just speechless. I just want to stay behind, just watch it. Like yesterday with Peter Rogers and Oliver, enjoying what? We're just having like a virtual party before we joined Mino. And none of us wanted to leave the platform. We're just there listening to everyone, playing music, listening to the sound quality of everything. And I say, you know what, guys, we need to jump to Oron show because it's going on now. But when we look at it and we're like having our own meeting and all run is going on, all of this data, where is it going? All the data. We're talking about big data, huge sum of data, going to where the data center. A lot of people have forgotten that we have the cloud service, which Mr. Mufareh told us. O Connect is on our own cloud service, which is really, really massive. And these guys in Hyderabad, and they just have to monitor everything, making sure they perfect it as it runs. Because you don't want to open everything, like Marty said, to the market and say, yeah, it's in the. A lot of people say, okay, this asset is the market product, yes. But when you open payment processor, know that a lot of people will start to buy. Like Marty, you already said it. What if you pay out, pay in, and everything collapse? Nobody want that. Nobody wants it. So we just need to be patient, allow Mr. Mufareh and the tech team to take their time, because we're talking about longevity. It's not about our generation now, but it's about the generation to come. Those who will look at O Connect and say, my goodness, this is really something that others have persevered to watch Mr. Mufareh and the tech team building it to perfection. And to Mr. Mufareh, nothing is perfect in his own eye. He always strives for, for something better. Nothing is ever good when it comes to Mr. Mufareh. He always wants something more. No, we can tweak it this way. Let us adjust it this way, which is good. It's a good sign to have a CEO like that. So what can I say, Marty? I'm just grateful to see O Connect, and let's see where it takes us to. And I'm glad. Thank you, Marty.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here, Collins, and I hope you can make it tonight, because
yeah, I'll do. Sure.
We'll probably chat about everything tonight. And now let me turn it over to my little brother, the fishing man. And by the way, just like always, and I expected it, he talked about the one that got away. All right. So, anyway,
Yeah,
here he is.
That's the truth. Me and my cousin, actually. But I don't want to talk about fishing. I just spent a week doing it. I can talk about it every day. I do want to address some of the people on here right now. I get it every day. I share them with Marty. I'm losing hope. What are you losing hope for? I remember going to work for 32 years. I had to go to work. I had to drive to work. I was losing hope that I had to do that for another 100 years. Okay. To all those people that keep saying I'm losing hope, what are you doing? Just ask yourself that. What are you doing to build this company? And I don't want to turn this into I'm not happy with certain individuals, but what are you actually doing? Making a post? Are you spending 18, 20 hours a day trying to figure out how to recode something that maybe not be working perfectly? And I don't get it. And Latoya, Belgrave, I'm going to call you out. You agree with these guys? You shouldn't even be a founder. Right? I'm not afraid to call somebody out. The truth is, we're telling you the truth. You got a guy in here calling us a liar, and he don't have a clue what Onpassive is all about. Okay? I take pride and loyalty in this company that's helped me change the way I think and the way I feel. Do I want to come out here and sound negative? No, I don't. I want to be happy as if I'm sitting in a boat right now throwing out a line. But it just does bother me to see people want to come on here. Listen, the bigger we get, the more people want to come after us. The sad thing is there's founders that are doing this now. I'm losing hope. I'm going to share this. I got a letter yesterday. Lady says she wants to end it all. She's been waiting on Onpassive for 5 years. You're right. You've been waiting on Onpassive, but that doesn't mean you should have stopped what you're doing. If you're on a disability, regardless of Onpassive was here or not, you'd still be on that disability. All right. If you feel that way, reach out and talk to somebody, please. Because that's a serious thing. All right. It's a serious thing when you talk like that. But don't lose hope on someone that is pushing himself past the limit that he can actually stand, to come on and show his face for 20, 30 minutes late at night and talk to us and tell us some more exciting news. I have all the faith in the world that Ash Mufareh is going to fly, and he's taking us all with him. All right. And do I got to be the bad guy in here today? I guess I do, because I'm the one reading some of these comments. I guess I'm saying is I would never waste my time on something I didn't believe in. If I didn't believe in Onpassive, I wouldn't be here, number one, and I would have let it go. I would have kept working 30, 40, 50 years in a plant I couldn't stand. All right. If you don't have a job right now, that's not Ash Mufareh's fault. If you quit a job, that's your fault. And if you don't think I know people are struggling in this world, I do. I do. But that's not Ash Mufareh's fault. He's trying to correct that. He's trying to fix that. And he works really hard at doing it. And I do get upset when people, when they give up. What are you giving up? You paid one guy 5 years ago. Man, I've never even seen your name before. I've never seen you on a webinar. I've never seen you try to make a post. But you're giving up. You haven't even started yet. Ash Mufareh has never given up. He started 5 years ago. He has not just pushed us, but he's held us up saying, listen, we're going to have it unbelievably good. Your lives aren't going to change. Let me do what I have to do. It takes a little time to build a global company. All right. It takes a little time. When he said the other day, not to me. We're all excited about O Connect. I was on fishing when I found out about the backgrounds. His words, still not perfect, but we're getting there. See, Ash Mufareh, even if he's got it 100% perfect, he's going to say, we can do better. Because that's his motto, man. He didn't say I can do better. We can do better. He represents all of us to get out there and say, look, I'm going to make a change, whether you like it or not. You might not like me for a while, but I'm going to keep working for you, for me, for the world, whoever wants it. And I think for me, people calling us fake in here, you have no idea what you're giving up, Mr. Ian. All right, this world is about to be hit with something that's so unbelievably phenomenal that a lot of people won't handle it. And all those people that didn't get in this or called it whatever they wanted to call it, I mean, I feel sorry for you, because all you had to do was get into it. You didn't have to do nothing else. So I'm proud of this company. I'm proud of that guy we call Ash Mufareh. Proud of these two guys on here. Proud of everyone that gets out there and they're not afraid to talk about what this company is going to do. We're not trying to conquer anyone. We're not trying to overrun anything. Ash says, we're going to slide right in here and show people and show the world how it should be. Get rid of that corruption. And a lot of you right now know about the corruption. But my God, if you're struggling right now, you have no idea how much I pray for you every single day. But that's not Ash Mufareh's fault. That's not Onpassive's fault. He's going to fix that for you. You just got to let it happen. All right. And I'm saying that from experience. I was on that road. I've said it a million times. I didn't always have a roof over my head or an RV. I struggled, so don't think I didn't. I did. That's why I talk this way. Am I better than anyone else? No, I'm not even close. Do I want to better other people? Yes, I do. Does Ash Mufareh want to better people? Yes, he does. Does he want to better the system? Absolutely. Does he come on crying and whining about the pounding he takes? No, he doesn't. Just keep going. Wait a little longer. When it happens, you're going to be saying hallelujah. I guarantee you that. Hey, you got a birthday today. Happy birthday. Say some prayers for all the people that are out there looking for it. Bill Must, I have not heard from him yet. I'm hoping he's okay, but keep praying for him. Robin, anyone else that I've missed in the last week. Know that you are in a company that's going to take care of you. And then you're going to be able to take care of a lot of other people. Marty DeGarmo, back to you. And Collins, thank you for always coming on here.
All right. Um, none of us had anything, believe it or not. 30 minutes, we're still cooking. Yeah, I just want to say something that I feel sorry for. Listen, I understand not liking certain things and all that, but the part I don't get, if if there's something I don't like, believe it or not, like poison ivy or dog crap, I don't touch it. I don't go anywhere near it. I don't go to everybody else who doesn't mind it and doesn't catch it and tell them, be careful, because I don't believe you're sincere. Are you here to help people, or are you here to just be negative? That's pretty sad. And if you are, not only do I report you as harassing everyone, you will be removed. And if you get enough of those, you will not be able to go on YouTube. My bad. And I'll tell you what, Marty DeGarmo did it. Not the Mad Hat, the secret sauce, or no name freaking video man, or whatever it is. I think it's sad. Where you focus is where your energy goes, right? I don't want to go there. I've done it. I don't like it. I don't care about it. There's one or two people that are negative and 99.999 aren't. Let's focus on you guys, you women and men. That's all that matters. So anyway, we're in a good place. I understand life. I get it. I'm living a life too. We have issues you could not imagine. This last week was so crazy that if I told you, you'd think it was fiction. No joke. Every day something happened. But you know what? Here's what I do. This helps me. This helps me a lot. If I got a kid that melted down, I've got somebody that has a cyst. The refrigerator said adios amigos and didn't tell us, lost everything in it. All this happens, right? Over and more and more and more. My wife got sick last night. I mean, it was unbelievable, right? Billions, not millions, billions of people have it worse than me. Billions. I can walk right over and get water. I've got food. I've got electric. It's warm. When it rains, which it is now, I'm not getting wet. I can drink water without worrying about it killing me. I don't know. I think me focusing on me is pretty nasty. Do I want things better? Yeah, I want it better for everyone, though. If he could find a way to pay us three and no one else, I would be upset, because I want everybody on the same highway. I want everybody driving down the highway of success at full speed. And I want you to bring your friends. I want you to bring your family. I even want you to bring your family that said, oh, that's a scam, that's this. Listen, most people that do that are afraid. It's not because they know. It's not knowledge based. It's fear based. Fear based is, I'm afraid, I don't understand that, so it must be a scam. That's kind of sad. I'm the opposite. I don't know what it is. I want to know what it is. I look at the crumbles that are on the floor and I go, wow, this is what we have so far. What the freak is at the top of this mountain? And I climb. I want to know. And Chris said it. Collins has said it. I want you to think about this. This is how bad we're getting taken advantage of. I'm going to say it. You guys take this part out. Share it around the internet. I paid $97 to be a founder 5 years ago. They gave it back. The next payment I made was $143 for OConnect for 1 year. And the OConnect that we have right now in other platforms with 10,000 room capacity would be minimum $5,000 a month. I paid $143 for a year. What, man, did I get scammed? Was I taken advantage of? Are you kidding me? Let's look at the facts. Everybody that wants to save fat ass Marty, right? Everybody that says we got to save Marty and Chris and Collins, they've lost their mind. I'm going to protect them. I'm not paying anything. We get everything for free right now. They even give us OConnect free. What? And the money I did pay, that whopping $97, and listen to me, if you're online, $97, you wish that's all you paid. The last business I was in 5 years ago, over $100 a month. And I did it for a year. And it never launched. It still hasn't launched. It will never launch. It doesn't even exist. Crypto, Bitcoin, lost tens of thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of dollars. Nobody said anything. Nobody was trying to protect me. In fact, back then, the naysayers were in it. That's why they're mad now. They got ripped off just like I did. The only difference is they thought everything must be that way. We're in a company right now that I paid $97, and they said, we're going to give that back to you, and you add it to the payment of the first product. They gave us the first product. I paid $143. I haven't paid a dime. I paid September 1st, 2023 is the only time in 5 years that I put any money towards Onpassive, and I got 1 year of OConnect. Shame on me. I must be a dumbass. Let them rip me off like that. Come on. That's fact. Let's just do fact. So when you're trying to protect me, move on. Move on. I can name 50 companies right now that are ripping people off daily and nobody's saying anything. Go protect them. We're not asking for help. I am not in the water going, throw me a life preserver. No, I never said anything, so don't throw me crap. I'm good. Everybody here wants to be here. I know there's anxiety of, oh, I need the money, this happened, and Chris said it. Here's the difference. If Onpassive was a normal company, they would be doing this all behind the scene, and we would not know. And the day they got everything correct, a light switch would go on and say, here's OConnect. And we would go, oh my God, this is fantastic. We get in the differences. That company wouldn't be OConnect. That company wouldn't be sharing the wealth. This one is. And we got to go in the journey. That's where the problem is. People couldn't handle the journey because they saw Onpassive without its clothes on. They didn't see the finished. They didn't see the finished Onpassive yet. I'm seeing it. It's getting better looking every day. And I was there, yeah. Some days may not be that great, but none of my days, not one, ever was compared to 1 hour of Ask Mufareh's day. Not one. And I didn't pay anything. I know at the end of this journey, whenever it is, I'm going to be in something that you couldn't dream of something any better. We'll change lives. And even some of the negative people out there, at least you were smart not to use your name. That way, when you do join Onpassive, nobody really knew that you were a jackass. Right? You could use your real name then and come in, and you could go, I don't know who that guy was. Right? The denier. Do you know this guy? No, I never met him. I don't know who he is. But anyway, it's just sad. So anyway, let's stay positive. Don't focus on that. I don't care about them. Hey, Marty, this guy did this. This guy's got a video. I don't care. Only thing I care about is the people watching the videos or founders. If founders didn't watch some of these videos, they'd have 5 people on their channel. The 5 people that did the video. And that's it. They have no traction. They're not getting bigger. They get negative people. Negative people are small bunch. They just got a big mouth. They're the squeaky wheel. Squeaky wheel gets all the attention. We shouldn't give them the attention. Let's take care of each other. We got a beautiful place. We're going to be here. Here's another thing I wanted to say that Chris brought that up about that lady or that guy. It doesn't matter. Wrote him a letter. Let me say something to everybody. I hope to God you get this video. And here's one thing I want to make sure you get. If you're an Onpassive and you're alone, you're doing something wrong. There's so many people. There's groups of people, just great people. You'd have a blast. We do Omino every night. We do trivia. And it doesn't even matter if you know the questions. You get together and you have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Get in, find people, find a group, and have fun. Listen, if you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and not doing anything, that's got to be painful. I'm busy every day doing something I want to do, hanging with people I want to hang with. And one day, okay, here's where we are, go. That's what I want. What happened the other day with OConnect happened exactly like I thought it would. I was in meetings 4 days before telling people, keep your eyes open. Something's going to happen this week, because it got really calm. The only thing I was wrong about, when it happened, it was so much better than I expected. And I expected big, but it was a beautiful bouncing baby OConnect. Okay. It wasn't ugly. Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. I'm going to see if anybody has any closing remarks. Collins?
Yeah, Marty, just one thing I wanted to say, you know, for those who go out and just, when you are out, what are you really looking for? Let me put it this way. Are you looking for negativity or positivity? When you go out and your intention is to look for negative, negative stuff, what will happen to you? You come home with negativity as well. But when you are going out with your mindset of looking at the positive side of anything, when you go back home, you go back home with positive mindset. So we should just be very careful what we are looking out in internet. Internet is not a truth. Rabbi always said, search engine, they are not truth engine. They are search engine. I can also put lies there, and a lot of people read and believe. But for those who are still disbelieving Onpassive, I don't know when they join Onpassive, maybe they didn't see the product, they are not still saying it now. When you go out on any videos and you put in negative comment, please keep that video and show it to your grandchildren when Onpassive on top of the moon and everyone is happy. Show your grandchildren or your children that I was the one. You look at that name, that negative stuff I wrote, it was me putting all of that. I believe your children will look at you and they will laugh and say, Daddy, you are really a joker. Because whether we like it or not, Onpassive is moving. Most of the time, I always said most of the webinar, I've said this several times, said Onpassive doesn't need founders to be, multi-trillion-dollar company. Mr. Ashford doesn't need us. Like Marty said, most IT companies will just go under and build it. Before you know, they're out there. How many of us were founded in TikTok? Look at where TikTok is today. We didn't know when TikTok was even being developed. Maybe it was 5, 6, 7 years. But today, everyone is on TikTok. How many of us knew when YouTube, when they started YouTube? We've talked about iPhone. iPhone started when Steve Jobs started his company with iPhone 6. Go and look it up. When they launched the first iPhone, it was 2006. Takes 21 years to come out with the first iPhone. I1, they call it I1, and it's sold out in California. The person who refused to be sold his position for what? $800. Today, the position worth what? 100 billion. Let us be very
He should
careful.
be upset, Collins. He should be upset. Okay, he's the one that should be upset.
Yeah. The person who refused to join Coca-Cola for $10, Coca-Cola worth hundreds or even trillions of dollars now as we speak. Sometimes, honestly, it doesn't take any effort. Come into Onpassive for free. There are people who are using O-Trim. If you said it's not real, I believe lots of companies or marketers, they are using O-Trim now to trim their link, and they can use O-Trim to monetize. Because when you look at it, we're talking about all the heat map, all of those things in O-Trim. O-Trim is part of O-Tracker is in O-Trim. Just look at it and ask yourself, is it free? Oh, are you talking to me, Chris?
No, something came up. I gotta go, guys. You keep going what you're doing.
No,
Marty, get ready to see your message.
I'll trade back to Marty.
Say it again. Say it again.
Check your messages and please get rid of that person.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you. Bye. Keep talking, Collins.
Yeah, so we should just keep the faith and keep the belief, be patient for everything we do, because what Mr. Mufareh is doing, it's not easy. It's not easy to build an IT company, a startup company, up to where we are now. So we should just keep the faith and keep belief, knowing fully well that our life will change for good. That's what I wanted to say, Marty. Take it over from me.
Yeah, 100%. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I want to thank you for being here. Now, listen, everybody. Let's bring this back around to, I know, we know, God knows. That's good enough. I know, we know, God knows. And there's nothing can change that. I've told myself a long time ago, I remember I always had problems with not understanding how some people see stuff different than others. That's life. It is life. But if you can look back in history, and even if you leave religion out of it, if you look back in history, people can be nasty. They can have a mob mentality. Somebody said something, and then they tell somebody else, and they build up this big case against someone. The next thing you know, they're guilty. They did this, they did that, and they didn't do anything. I don't want to be part of that, and none of us should be. I think we should be careful what we say. I think the sharpest tool in the world is your mouth. You can hurt people. You can say things and make things really sad or hurt somebody just with what comes out of your mouth. And I've done it. I've said things, and later on, I have to come back and say, I'm sorry. I never want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want anybody else to. And the truth is, if I didn't like something, including Onpassive, I wouldn't be here. Do I have issues? Guys, you don't know. One day I'm going to invite you all, not all at the same time. There's only living rooms are only so big. But I'm going to tell you what went on behind the scenes here, and we could talk to each other. Most of us know it's not easy. People have crap going on. Everybody does. But you know what I'm really happy over? And this is going to sound negative, and it's not at all negative. I am so glad that Ash doesn't let anxiety push ahead and do something he doesn't want to do. Because the outcome is, if he does it when it's meant to happen, he doesn't have to do it again. And that's important. You do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again. And some of the stories he told me, did he redo stuff? Everything we've ever seen. I remember looking at 2 years ago now, looking at Academy. That Academy may never come out, not that one. Because he learned as he went. As he went, technology's changing. His mind is getting bigger. He's surrounded himself with people that are 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else. That's not a bad thing. But you know what most companies would do? They would settle. Are we 5% better than everybody else? Let's just go. Let's get money. Let's get money going. Let's get what we need to get. Let's just go. That's not Ash Mufareh. And I thank God that's not him. As bad as I want it, as bad as we need it, long term, if I don't think about me and my issue today, the best thing we could do is be there when we're there. Go when it's time to go. All about Onpassive doesn't logically make sense. It may never. People have said to me, no joke, Marty, you know how to market. You could build a team. You could be making money somewhere else. But then I wouldn't be an Onpassive. I wouldn't be here. And if that means waiting until it is what I believe it's going to be, And I'm wrong, by the way. I'm wrong. It's going to be better than I think it's going to be. But what I think it's going to be brings tears to my eyes, what it's going to do for my friends, my family, and all of you. We didn't just meet. We're not just webinar people. We're family now. Collins is my brother, flat out. Mr. Mufareh is my brother. Casey is my brother. Robert Tentillo is my brother. Levine is my sister. Minnow is my sister. Lonnie, here, beautiful Lonnie, she's my sister. Jerry Nix is my brother. Satya is a brother. Listen, this happened. And you know what? That's where the power of the company came in. You can't expect somebody that doesn't have brotherly love for other people outside their family to understand Onpassive. They're never going to understand it. People will come in and use it contractually. I buy, give me a device, give me this, I'm good. But then there's the core. Then there's the family of Onpassive. Thousands of people where we have decided to go beyond just the products, just what we're getting. And it's a great feeling. That's why I say Gifty's here. I never met Gifty personally. I hear her talk and I hear her laugh, and I love her. She's my little sister. Flat out. I'm closer to some people here than actual relatives. It's the way it is. And what makes that happen is we all have meetings of the heart, not just the minds. We got a lot of smart people here. Smart people don't turn me on alone. I met smart people, and some of them are negative. But a smart person with a big heart, man and woman, that turns me on. That's where I want to be. I want to be with people that believe everything's possible. I want to be with people that, and we're in a company, this company was designed for me. When people say, you know, what is your why? Onpassive is my why. If I was to design a company that would be perfect for me personally, it's Onpassive. I can't think of anywhere else I want to be. I really can't. And I know a lot of you feel the same way. And let's just worry about that. Let's stay focused on each other. And by the way, another thing we want to do, if we've got family members out there that we haven't met yet in Onpassive, and they feel alone, we need to do something about that. They need to be gathered in and spend time in maybe Heroes webinar, or go to Minnows at night, or go to Oran. They're there. Ask around. Get yourself wrapped up with people. You're going to see, oh my God, this is so much fun. I love being around these people. Because a group of good-hearted people knocks out the negative. I don't care how strong darkness is, you turn on the light and you can't find it. Darkness will never overcome the light. It never has, never will. There's darkness at night. When that sun comes over the east, darkness runs away as quickly as it can. It vanishes. It looks strong. It looks like it's got power. Negativity has no power unless you let it. But if you walk in the sunshine, you walk in the light, you walk in positivity, darkness has no room. It cannot exist. You cannot have the two exist in the same area. If you go over into the darkness to be part of the negative or go see what they're doing, it's bad for you. I think it's unhealthy. I really do. I think people that walk in darkness are unhealthy. It's going to affect them physically. I believe that. But don't ever think it can overtake. God made it that way. The light always wins. Always. It's what you're focused on. Focus on the positive. Focus on taking care of your brothers and sisters, because that's what Onpassive is. And the darkness cannot creep in. It can only creep in if you let it. Never overcomes the light. The darkness never overcomes the light. It can't. You turn on your light, and if there was a war between darkness and light, who wins? This room was dark before I put that light on. Is the darkness hiding? Yeah, it's hiding behind my chair. And that's where cowards hide. They hide behind something. They hide behind a fake name. I believe in freedom of speech. Put your name on it. And I've said this to Collins, and he's saying it, and people are saying it. You go to Google as a search engine, and you believe it's the truth. It's not. It's a search engine. It's not a truth engine. Because you could go down through the whole page, and everybody on the page has a little different idea of what you're looking for. Then you go to it and you make sense out of it. And if you do that with a positive heart, you'll always get the truth. If you go into Google with a negative heart, you're going to gravitate to negative. And do you know why Google has negative on there? Because it pays big money. Do you know why negative is on the news? It's a cash cow. Negative pays more money than light. But if you want to be in the light, it's payback. It's triple. Anyway, I'm going to go, Collins. Are you done? I'm sorry we rambled on so long, but you guys remind me of other stuff. So anyway, I'm going to shut it down. And like I said, tonight, midnight, Eastern Daylight Time, Papua New Guinea. Let's go have fun. And we'll pull different people on the panel on and off so people can share. It's going to be 2 hours long. I'm not going to go till 3 o'clock in the morning. Sorry. Getting too old for that. Anyway, we'll see you all. Thank you for being here. Turn on the light and leave it on. And find anybody out there that's in the dusk or almost dark and drag them out and bring them into the light. They'll be okay. We are our brother and sister's keeper in Onpassive, or you're not in Onpassive.